He'll be back. Homie, you asking the existential questions. I'm out. I'm sorry, kid. Oh no. Genshin Impact is Anime Breath of the Wild, the mobile game. Let us start with, what is Genshin?
Genshin.
What is Genshin Impact? I guarantee you've seen advertising for this game in one place or another. Genshin Impact is a new action role-playing game released on September 28th, 2020. Developed and published by, well, a company you've never heard of, MiHoYo. Takotaku's Save the World.
What?
MiHoYo is a Chinese company, and you can definitely see the Chinese inspiration in various aspects of their work. This game seemingly popped up overnight and gained a lot of popularity super quickly. Nobody that I know had ever heard anything about this game before it was released. Then when October started, I see many of the users in multiple Final Fantasy XIV discords that I'm in were playing this game. The most I'd seen of it before this point was like a passing ad on Instagram or YouTube. I just thought it was one of those one-off mobile games. Well, I wasn't 100% wrong on that front. Genshin is available on PC, PS4, and the Android and iOS stores, and it's coming to Nintendo Switch soon. This game is pretty much on everything. The biggest real reason I decided to play this game is only because Alex Mukala made a video about the music, and that man knows good video game music. If you don't know who Alex is, then you're basically missing out. If you love video game music, you'll love this guy. His channel will be in the description. I think I know the one most important, downright most obvious reason for this game's success. Genshin Impact is free.
For
And also, it looks a lot better than some games going up for $60. Take that, Sword and Shield. Now that we've established what is Genshin Impact, let's talk about what is Genshin Impact. Genshin Impact is like a child who was raised by its mother, Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and its father, Raid Shadow Legends, but not knowing that they're actually the effed up milkman baby originally conceived by Nier Automata. When first starting up this game, learning the story, seeing the environment, I knew I was up for something good. Let me first state that the UI does in fact look like it was made for mobile. The menu, battle system, character acquisition, upgrade methods, a lot of things look like it was designed for mobile. Not to devalue anything, because this game is still a whole lot of fun. I'm just saying that it feels a little bit like our old buddy Rady Shady. Even though this game blew up overnight, it's very obvious that it wasn't made overnight. The open world looks and feels and reminds me a lot of Legend of Zelda, specifically Breath of the Wild, even though I've never played Breath of the Wild, or any Legend of Zelda game for that matter. The art style of this game is so beautiful. It is very similar to some other games that we've seen, except when you look around at this game, it is beautiful. There have been multiple times when I'm playing or recording this game that I just stop and stand around for a while because how great everything looks. The vast open world plays out like an exploration RPG, picking up items in the wilderness, finding loot, fighting groups of enemies, getting loot from said enemies, solving puzzles for loot. If I could just talk about the puzzles in the open world for a second, I really enjoy finding the puzzles at random around the world and having to focus my 3 brain cells to figure out the solution, using various means, whether it be using the elemental abilities of your characters or factors in the surrounding area. You could just be walking around or going to a quest and then boom, little wispy thing you gotta follow. Now, I would like to discuss what is Genshin. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna recycle that joke again. Why is this game fun? I'm gonna start by giving a brief synopsis of the story without like revealing anything. You and your brother / sister, depending on which gender you pick, and yes, I know, they both look like girls, moving on, lose a battle against some unknown power, and you're banished to another world far from your own. You encounter a strange mythical being, Paimon, who will always refer to herself in the third person, and she teaches you a few things about the world that you're thrown in. Along the way, you'll encounter and team up with a very lively and colorful cast of characters, like Amber, Venti, yeah, that's supposed to be a boy too. Moving on. Kaya, Lisa, Jean.
They really just said animatized, didn't they?
And maybe more that I've even yet to meet. Getting new characters works about the same as a regular mobile RPG. Loot crates. But don't worry, you get the currency to buy them in-game through various means. Though you can buy the currencies with real money. So that's how this game is making its money. The combat in Genshin feels surprisingly fun and smooth to play. One of the main gameplay mechanics is that each character has a specific elemental ability that they are bound to, whether it be like fire, ice, wind, all that stuff. You can use your specific abilities on enemies that have a weakness to that element. Like, you would most likely want to use fire on ice characters. Another factor that is super cool and awesome is that you can combine your abilities to make them even more powerful and devastating to those enemies. You haven't played Genshin until you've taken down a group of enemies using a fire tornado, and it's super fun to knock enemies a mile away after hitting them with like a decently heavy attack. Also, the gliding mechanic feels like every battle royale game ever made, but slower. The quests work out normally as well. There's a set of main scenario quests that you can only play after you've reached a certain adventure level, and there's plenty of side quests that can keep you held off in the meantime. I should also mention that the music is so well done, and it's super fun to listen to. You can hear a lot of the Chinese inspiration within the music itself. I would love to talk about the music for like hours, but I am not qualified enough, so I just advise you to go watch the Alex Mukala video. I think I've pretty much covered all that I've wanted to so far, because I'm not even done with the game. I'm only adventure level 25 at this point, so I'm not even close to completing everything in the game. I haven't even tried out the co-op feature yet. Plus, I just figured out a couple days ago that there's a battle pass. Now I know how they're making their money. I might make another video when I'm done with the game, because my opinions or bias might change throughout the rest of the game. So for now, I'll just finish on my closing statements here. Genshin Impact is a game that took off overnight and with good reason. With fun combat, intriguing story, graphics better than some full-price games today, and cross-platform play that makes you more able to play with your friends, it's no wonder I see so many people playing already. Genshin is also very pleasing to look at. Every scenic view just makes you step back and look for a while. It wouldn't be fair for me to give it a rating right now, considering I still have a very low amount of hours in the game. But if I were allowed to right now, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Because I've been looking for stuff to hate about this game, and I honestly cannot find any. I've got nothing negative to say about it. Except Paimon. Please. Please, Paimon, just shut up.
Right! He's the whole reason we came here! Take the route we planned! For a few of these statues scattered across the land to show the seven perfection over the world!
Hey everyone, I know how late this video is, pretty much 2 months late, but in my defense...
Fire on my... No, actually, no.
Damn it! No! I just wanted to say a few things. Thank you, MiHoYo, for making a really good game. Thank you, Bungo, for making a really good DLC. Thank you, Jacob PG3D, for being my 1000th subscriber. By the way, 1K, that's dope. Thank you, Epicness Overdrive, for coining the term Pogant. Thank you, Dotto, for being second place in the world 3 times in a row. And thank you all for watching. I am saddened. Oh.
All right. Let's see what we've got. Fallen on the horizon.